social media sucks. YouTube is king. I believe that to my core, and that's what I'm going to teach you today, especially if you're a real estate professional. First of all, my name is Kyle Stanley. Usually I do these videos in front of my kitchen and a little bit more formal, but I'm going to do it casual for you today because I'm sitting out here. I'm just thinking about this. Again, I teach people how to build YouTube channels, especially in the real estate world, to build them into their #1 marketing source. And that was what it was for me. From 2019 to 2023, I had a YouTube channel that was pretty small, only got to 15,000 subscribers, but it built 3 6-figure businesses. One of those was a 7-figure business. I sold 2 of those businesses in 2023 for a combined 7 figures. And so I'm just a big believer that YouTube is king. And so that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. And I would love for you to engage with me. I want to hear in the comments, like, what was an aha moment, or what was something that maybe you're practicing. Just share in the comments. I always like seeing who's watching these. So I'm going to talk about 3 big unknowns about YouTube, and maybe this will be that aha moment for you today. And then I'm going to give you some next steps if YouTube is something that you want to pursue. So first of all, people end up chasing social media more than YouTube because they don't realize how much trust is built on YouTube. Now, that might be like, okay, that's cliche, that's something that I always hear about, but I'm just going to skip it on the next video. Just wait a second, all right? I want to give you a real story here. When I sold one of my businesses, and I don't want to throw the business partner that purchased this business under the bus or anything. He's a very busy person, and you might be this person too, and this is why YouTube might not be for you, and that's okay. But what I saw him do is I saw him take a 15,000 subscriber YouTube channel that I gave to him with a package with a bow on top, and he stopped working it. And I asked him, like, hey, why aren't you doing anything with this? And he's like, I just don't have the time. And I was like, even if you can do just like 1 video per week, just one, you're going to capture so much trust and so many people that want to learn more from you. And they're not going to do it just from 60-second clips. They're going to do it from 20, 30-minute videos. And you're actually going to empower these people. And because of that, because you've taught them how to go do a deal, they trust you more than anyone out there, because you're not giving them just the like, hey, here's just enough for you to be curious on how to do this. You're giving them enough to be able to do a deal. And that means that when they do that deal, who are they going to come to? They're going to come to you. And unfortunately, he just could not wrap his mind around putting the work in. And that's okay, because this guy, I mean, he's traveling across the world. He's doing events. He's got a big-time social media platform. He's got multiple businesses. He's got a lot of things going on. So if that's you, I'm going to be honest, YouTube probably is going to be very difficult for you, because you're going to have to put in, on your filming weeks, at least about 20 hours of work just to be able to film videos for that month. That's how I do it. I'm not going to get into the implementation, but if you can at least put in 20 hours a month, spread that out, or do it all in 1 or 2 days like I do, then you're built for success on YouTube. If you don't have that, it's probably not for you. But the trust cannot be understated here. The 7-Eleven rule, talk about this all the time. I got it from Myron Golden. 7 hours of 11 different interactions with you. That's how you build trust with people. It takes you a lot of time to do that in person. So if you're a real estate professional and you're trying to raise money, you're trying to get a new client, you're trying to get new listings, you're trying to get new relationships with wholesalers, whatever it is, 7 hours, 11 interactions. That's a lot of time. Okay? So that's why YouTube was so powerful for me, was because I would put up videos, typically between 10 to 30 minutes long. People could binge those, and they could experience that without me actively doing that with them. And now they built that trust. So that's the #1 thing, is if you look at it as your credibility builder, your resume for people, you're going to save time. You're going to get leads that you never expected, because think about it this way. Your friend introduces you to Jen, and Jen wants to invest money, right? Jen's probably out there looking at a lot of different people. She wants to sit down with you. She wants you to buy her lunch. She wants you to explain the whole thing. Well, there's a million Jens out there, like Jen, that are looking for you right now, but they're doing it on YouTube. They're doing it on Google, which, by the way, Google owns YouTube. So because of that, right, Would you rather just put all your time and effort into one gen, which is going to take you a lot of time, or would you rather put all that time and attention into one video that could reach 1 million gens? And more realistically in real estate, I'll say tens of thousands, maybe not millions. All right, so that's the number one thing, is that people don't understand how much trust it builds. Number two is most people who go to social media are not in the right mode that you want them to be if you want them to become a client. What do I mean by that? Well, if you think about it this way, think about during your day when you use screens, your TV, your phone, and your tablet, or maybe your computer. When are those screens in kind of entertainment mode? And when are those in, like, I'm in serious business mode? For me, the computer is number one for business mode. Probably secondary would be the TV, because, or at least in terms of like how I use the TV, because I'm a big YouTube and learn things through long form when I'm working out in the gym, and I'm going to turn on my TV, which is in my garage, and I'm going to put something like Alex Hormozy on, or I'm going to put Gary Vee on, or I'm going to put Think Media on, and I'm going to learn, and that's when I use the TV. And then when it's the phone, it's like, that's my, in terms of using it for video, that's my, like, okay, it's the end of the day and I just want to veg out. And so we think if we put all this time into social media that we're going to capture so many people's attention because, oh my gosh, that reel got thousands of views and it got 100 plus likes. But how many people did it actually get DMing you to the point where they want to become a customer? Not just wanting your time, but wanting to become a customer. When I sit down and I see, I'm scrolling, I'm doom scrolling, right? We all do it. And I see something that's valuable to me. Two things happen in my mind. Number one is I either save it for later and then I forget to get back to it, or when I do save it and then I say, oh yeah, I need to look at that, I just never end up taking that next step. Or number two, which I don't do, but I recognized a lot of people did this when I was running my education company. People would DM me and ask me for more information, but they were never serious about taking that next step. They always wanted that magic pill. They always wanted that, like, give me that aha moment that's going to change my life for absolutely free. And that leads me, honestly, to my third, which is unqualified leads on social media. You get unqualified leads on social media because they're in this mindset, because they are in this mode of, I just want the quick answers. I'm in this like 60-second or less mode. I don't want to go learn a whole lot. I don't want to have to watch a 10-minute video. I don't want to leave the platform. I want to stay on social media and I want to get a quick answer to a quick thing that will change my life forever. And that's not the way that it works. So now I will say for realtors, this is a little bit different. So if you've been like rolling your eyes as a realtor here and you're like, no, I get most of my clients from social media, I think that is different because as a realtor, there's a form of entertainment that I see a lot of realtors use on social media, which is just doing walkthroughs through like really nice houses. And so when you see that person doing a walkthrough again and again and again, and then it becomes your time for buying a house, then you think about that person, that's where that works out really well. So I will give that one exception. But most of the time we need people to jump from our short form to our long form, and it's very difficult to get people to do that on social media. So for that reason, why not just capture people where you want to get them the most, which is on long form, YouTube. Put a video on YouTube and let the algorithm do the work. As long as you know how to work the algorithm, which really just means you know your audience, you know how to serve your audience, and then see the leads come in. Okay, so here's some next steps for you. Number one is, I hope what you're getting from this is that your main energy should go into YouTube and your excess energy should go into social media. It's kind of like when we talk about investing, right? Smart people, wealthy people, they invest the excess and then they spend the rest, while poor people or not wealthy people, they spend the excess and then invest the rest. So if you want to be wealthy in leads, if you want to be rich in leads, spend energy on YouTube and then spend the rest of your energy on social media. So that's why you don't see me, like, I'll do a few original stuff on social media, and I'm not going to claim that I'm really good at social media because that's not where my energy goes. but I do enough on social media for people to know what I'm doing, and for it's a necessary evil. Like, to me, like, you have to be on social media. If you're not, congratulations if you're doing well without social media, but I just think that you have to do it. But most of the time I just grab clips from my YouTube videos and I post them on my social media, and that's enough for people to see, like, okay, I'm interested in what this guy has to go see on YouTube, and then I give them an opportunity to go watch the rest on YouTube. That's what I'm trying to do, though. I'm trying to get them from social media to YouTube. I'm not trying to entertain them on social media. If I entertain them on social media, if I give them everything they need on social media, they just stay right there and I never build trust. But if I give them just enough to where they're like, I want to see the rest of that, that's where they go over to YouTube. Number 2 is I want you to be consistent. I know that's also boring, but it is the truth. I talk to friends all the time who have YouTube channels. They always talk about, oh, I missed 1 week of videos. Now I feel like I have to catch back up to the algorithm. There is something about the YouTube algorithm that if you are not consistent, if you're not posting within a reasonable amount of time, or if you're not posting a high quality video, then what I mean by that is just like packaged extremely well, then typically you see the YouTube algorithm start to lose favor with you. And then it sees like, okay, that was still a good video, but you didn't post for the last 3 weeks, so we're not going to push you out, because we want our audience members knowing that you're going to be posting regularly. And if you're not posting regularly, then why would we push them to you? So if you're going to post twice a week, great. I wouldn't commit to that right out of the gate, though. If you're a real estate professional, you're a realtor, you're a wholesaler, you're running any sort of team, you're going to get busy. You're going to want to go on vacation. Keep it very manageable for you. Start out with 1 video per week. Do it within a way that you can manage. Do it if you just do this. If you just take a selfie with your phone, that's better than nothing. People care a lot more today about the story and the actual how-to, the teaching point, than they do about the video quality. They definitely still care about audio, though. They want that audio to be crisp, so make sure it is, which is also still good for selfie videos. And then lastly, outside of consistency, is just don't expect results super quick. And that, depending on how much you want to learn about YouTube, you could speed those results up quicker if you contact someone like me and say, hey, how do I get results quickly? I can help you to build a YouTube channel that can actually start getting results quicker. And that's something that if you just want to book a call with me, it's down in the description below. It's just consultation.realkylestanley.com. And that can speed you up. But if you are just like, hey, I just want to learn along the way, I would say, like, expect to post 25 videos before you get that first potential client. I would say the bigger thing is, like, just go into it with a mindset, going back to what I said before. Yes, it can become your number 1 marketing tool. Yes, it could lead into other streams of income. But really, like, the biggest thing that it should be for you is it should just be like, this is going to be my resume. This is going to be my credibility builder. And if a client reaches out to me, if someone reaches out to me that wants to collab, if they know I have a YouTube channel and they can go watch it, they're going to be able to build trust with me without me having to put in that work and put in that effort. And if you just look at it as that, then you'll be able to see, like, hey, all the other stuff ends up being the indirect results. Getting more clients, doing more collab deals, opening up streams of income, opening up potentially service-based businesses that you don't have right now. Those are all secondary things, as long as you just go into it saying, I just want to build this as my resume. And that way, when people come to me and clients come to me, potential leads come to me, I can just send them to my YouTube channel where they can find me on YouTube, and that starts to build up that credibility. But yeah, I would say somewhere in like that 10 to 25 videos is where you should start to expect to see, like, people now reaching out to you. And then just lastly, track your analytics. Make sure that you know, like, what thumbnails are working well, what titles are working well, what types of video styles are working well. Are my reaction videos doing better than my how-to videos? Are my, walkthrough videos doing better than my market videos, market update videos, right? That kind of stuff. So it to me, it's like just about throwing things at the wall in the beginning. Look at your competition, right? Like, you don't have to just throw things at the wall. Look at what other competition is doing. Try maybe a couple different versions of what your competition is doing, but then track those analytics, which YouTube does a great job of giving you analytics, and see what's working, and then put all of your efforts into the one themed thing that you can see just time and time again. Hey, this type of thumbnail works. Let's just put all of our energy into making thumbnails like this. These types of titles work. Let's put all of our energy into making titles like this. These types of videos work. The reaction style or the how-to style, let's put all of our eggs into that basket. And that's how I would do it. Honestly, I've been making YouTube videos and putting up YouTube stuff, content, since, gosh, 2010. I didn't really start taking it very, very seriously until the middle of 2021, but taking it seriously was the #1 thing that blew up my businesses. So I hope that you will take it seriously. I hope that you learned something today. Again, comment down below. If you got some value from this video too, make sure you subscribe.